This week, a grand jury in Moorhead, Minnesota, brought back an indictment of first-degree murder with premeditation against 18-year-old Issac Arndt in the stabbing death of Jaelyn Walker in Moorhead in August. He was already charged with second-degree murder. The first-degree murder charge means he could be sentenced to life in prison if convicted. Here's our original reporting on the second-degree murder complaint that was filed that alleges exactly what happened in the case. We now have details in the stabbing death of 14-year-old Jaelyn Walker of Moorhead. The suspect in this, 18-year-old Issac A. Arndt of Fargo, has been charged with murder, second degree, with intent, not premeditated. Now, according to the criminal complaint, this is what happened according to the prosecutor, reading from the statement of probable cause, quote, on August 19th, 2024, 11:02 p.m., Issac Arndt arrived at the Clay County law enforcement officer asking to report an assault. The defendant met with an officer and reported that he was with the victim at Gooseberry Park in Moorhead when an unknown white male started to follow him. Arndt reported that they were on an electric scooter and he stopped to see what the unknown male was doing. At that point, the victim fled the area on foot and a male cut him with a knife. The officer photographed Arndt's hand, which had two cuts to the defendant's fingers. The defendant was sent to a local hospital for treatment. At approximately 12:35 a.m. on August 20th, the mother of the victim filed a missing person report with the Moorhead police. The mother described the following the location service through Snapchat to an area near a bicycle trail on Elm Street and 6th Avenue South in Moorhead. Several officers searched the area, and the deceased body of the victim was found in the Red River in a wooded area along a trail. A knife was found at the location, and blood was also found. The victim had substantial sharp force injuries to her back, torso, and neck. Law enforcement located the defendant, Arndt, at a local hospital in Fargo. The defendant agreed to go with Moorhead detectives to the police department. He was read his Miranda warnings and agreed to speak with the detectives. The defendant initially retold the story he had told the officer earlier in the evening. He then provided a number of other versions of what happened between him and the victim in the wooded area by the river. The defendant pointed to an area on the map where this occurred, which was consistent with where the victim's body was found. The defendant eventually admitted he and the victim had been in a romantic relationship for several months. However, it recently ended. Arndt then indicated that the victim wanted to know who his new girlfriend was, and he refused to tell her. The defendant stated that the 14-year-old victim then started to hit and kicked him. Arndt then pulled a knife out of his pocket, causing injury to his hand. Arndt stated that he started to slash at the victim and that he stabbed the victim about 13 times. Arndt stated that he fled the scene on his scooter, and along the way he discarded his phone, his backpack, and the scooter. The defendant described areas where he discarded items. The backpack and scooter were located in the areas he described. However, the phone was not located. Arndt indicated he went to his apartment in Fargo where he cleaned up and washed his clothing, which was covered in blood. Again, that statement was from the original charge of second-degree murder against Arndt. That charge against him has now been upgraded to first-degree murder with premeditation. His next court appearance is scheduled for November 7th. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.